Share on behalf of the players, we're excited to have you here supporting them. I'm going to move this over so I can see it.
Don't hurt yourself.
I didn't want to use it anyway. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, real good.
I didn't want to use it anyway. But I just want to thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here, and hopefully you're having a good time. And we'll do our best to make the phone call about 2 o'clock so that the weather's nice tonight. Appreciate it. Good? I'm going over to Cabela's to get my poncho. Let me thank you for coming. We really feel fortunate to have this opportunity to be the first Big Ten team to come over here and play in Nebraska Stadium to open up Nebraska as a member of our conference. So we're excited about the opportunity. We've had a great week of practice. I feel good about our players and where we are. There's no question, we all know we're young and inexperienced in a lot of spots, but I do know they'll play hard and give us a great effort tonight. So thank you for being here and cheer loud and support these kids. Let me thank you for your great support. Obviously, we're having some challenges in a lot of different ways, and we've had some challenges over this past year. But I want to let you know, with your support, this past year was one of the greatest years we had in our athletic department across the board. It was an outstanding year. We had 523 of our student athletes become scholar athletes, those athletes who maintain a 3.0 GPA or better. It's the largest class we've ever had. We had 201 of our athletes graduate. Our football team was ranked #1 in the country in the academic performance rate with a 985 out of 1,000. We had 3 teams with perfect thousands. We had 5 teams that ranked in the top 10 nationally in the academic performance rate. It was an outstanding year. 10 conference championships, 2 national championships, 28 individual national championship champions, 329 Big Ten academic honorees. It's a great year on a lot of different fronts. 14 Coaches of the Year recognitions. It was a great year last year. It would not be possible for us to provide the services to our 1,090 student athletes without your support. So thank you so much for giving us that support. The issues we face, we're at the end of the tunnel. We're at the end of the tunnel with the NCAA. We have to submit a report to the NCAA within the next couple of weeks. We'll be doing that. And then hopefully in early November, we'll hear if they're going to do any additional sanctions beyond what we already self-imposed. Remember, we went August 12th to the NCAA Committee on Infractions, had that hearing, self-imposed some penalties, and now we finished up the investigation of the remaining issues, and then we'll report with the NCAA enforcement staff, and hopefully we'll hear by the early part of November if we have additional sanctions. Once we get through that, we'll get back to where we were. We're just talking over here. We had one hell of a run for a long time as Buckeyes because of your support. Understand this, as your athletic director, if I'm still here, as your athletic director, we will be back at the pinnacle of college athletics, and particularly football. Nothing inspires me more than adversity. I cannot tell you the fire that I have inside of me to bring our football program back to where we were. It will be there. You will be proud of it. And we'll be the dominant team in this country again. That will happen. Understand me, it will happen. We're a young football team, we're inexperienced. We're just talking over here. I was looking at last week's stats. We had 14 freshmen in our 2D. Michigan State had 3. Then I started to look at it further, and I went through the list of the athletes who have left us in the last 2 years for different reasons. Okay? Just think a little bit. There's a number of athletes who went to other schools for different reasons. 13 of them in 2 years. All those athletes would be in our 2D. 2 of them would be starting linebackers. Johnny Newsom and Dorian Bell. So we went through a process that ultimately took us to a point where we have this great freshman class that reminds me of the young men that we had before by the name of A.J. Hawk, Nick Mango, Rob Sims, locker room guys. Locker room guys. Mike Bennett. And just go through that freshman class and look at them. They're studs. They're studs. So our future's bright. I just wanted to share with you to look at it from that lens. Relative to everything else in our department, I will tell you, we have the best coaches in the country. Every single sport that we have has a chance this particular year to be conference champions. Every single one. And it would not happen without your support. So thank you so much for being here. I thought I'd open it up and answer any questions. I got a couple jokes I can tell, but you know, I think I may have told them all last night when I was smoking cigars and trying to relax. Questions?
Yes, Steve Smith.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had my back to you guys. Come on in. I didn't even know you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sure a lot of us feel the same way. We know Commissioner Israel on the NCAA committee.
I've been on the committee. I was not chair.
Okay, my question is, since you've been on the committee, I'm wondering, we all know about Miami. Ohio State's really gotten pounded. Now, can you elaborate more on that, what your plans might be?
Well, she asked about comparing our case to Miami's case. So Miami, you can't compare cases because you don't always know the detail. You never know what's behind the curtain, okay? And so